Hopefully that's us live. Hi guys, Daedric Riggs here. This is Real United Talk. Different kind of video today. Going to be trying, just a bit of a walk, final thoughts on last night's game, and obviously discuss the transfer rumours that are floating around at the moment. Like I said, it is a different kind of video, so bear with us. This is literally a prototype. If the audio is bad, please let us know. So, the morning after the night before, let's call it. So obviously we played Brighton away last night in the Carabao Cup at the Amex Stadium. Now, final thoughts from that would be, obviously we've all slept on it, got our time to process it, and overall I actually think the final 30 minutes, there's quite a lot of positives to take from that. I mean, the way we strung the ball together, the way we kind of just went for the kill as soon as we had a bit more quality on the pitch. It's a positive. As you can see around me, I'm on a nice walk. I don't know what the audio's like. If you could put in the chat what the audio's like, would be really appreciated. Obviously, we discussed it last night on the post-match show. It was good to obviously get the likes of Fed involved, get some minutes into his legs. I thought, on overall reflection, he played well. Same for McTominay. Thought he played particularly well. Lindelof, I didn't think he covered himself in a lot of glory, but did what was expected of him. Eric Bailly, I think he almost has to start this weekend now. Delors, now, during the game, I was praising him, saying I think he's played well. I think Delors only really, looking upon reflection, I think Delors only played well once the better players came on, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You kind of want your players to play at the same level. Williams, same again. He played well, just not a nice walk and talk. Yeah, that's the one, George. That's the one. Losing weight and talking about United. What could be more? What could be better? And as you can see, I mean that side looks a bit crime watch, but that side's not so bad, is it? That's a nice field that I look onto from my house. Yeah. So, and then you've obviously got the likes of Henderson. I think Henderson played really, really well. I think maybe last night we almost took it as too well. I think there's already calls for him to take De Gea's spot. I do like Henderson, but I think we should wait for De Gea to almost mess up again, because who knows, this might actually get us the best out of De Gea. De Gea might be like, right, well, I'm not having somebody who's coming in and taking my spot that easily. So it's always a good thing. I mean, Romero was never going to challenge, let's be completely honest. He was never going to challenge that top spot. He was never going to come in and be like, I want that top spot. He was probably happy to just have the kit. So we've got Chris there. Hi Chris, how you doing? We've obviously got George in the chat. We've got Mr. Mad Marcus, as always. Pleasure for us to join us. Obviously, Juan Mata played really well last night. I just, like I said on the show last night, if Mata was a couple of years younger and had a bit of pace about him, we'd all be raving about him. It's just the fact that he's just so slow. His intelligence, he reads the ball really well. He reads the game really well. I mean, like I said, your intelligence is the last thing to go in football. And I think that's almost the case with Mata. You could see it almost with Schweinsteiger as well. His intelligence was still there, but physicality isn't there anymore. Getting slightly smaller. That's the one. But yeah, I think Mata played over well. Dan James, I don't want to criticise him because I actually really do like Dan James. I think he went through a tough first season. I don't think he expected to play as many games as he did. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that one a little bit, George, because I think with Mata, it's a difficult one because every single time he has been actually given the chance to play at number 10, he hasn't grabbed it either. Even under Van Gaal, under Mourinho and Ole. I think they've all tried playing him at 10 a couple of times, but I don't know. I mean, I think when we signed him, when Royce signed him, he almost put him straight on the wing, and people behind me. At the time, I didn't think it was that bad because I remember watching him play for Chelsea, and I remember who did they used to have? They used to have like 3 number 10s almost, didn't they? They had Hazard, Mata, and Oscar, and all 3 of them had switched into different places. So I honestly thought, if we're getting that kind of Mata, it would be brilliant. But like I said, it's a difficult one, Matt, because you obviously want to see your best players start, and I think he is a brilliant player. But at the same time, you also want to be seeing youngsters coming through. But I'm not going to criticise him on that one. Like I said, going back to Dan James, it's a difficult one. I don't want to see Dan James go on a permanent deal. I wouldn't mind seeing him go on loan, almost. I don't want to see him go back to the Championship though, because I think he's already proved he can do it in the Championship. I thought he did well for Swansea. I remember watching him against Man City. I remember watching him tear them apart. We've got Martin in the chat. Oh, don't, George. Don't. We'll discuss that in a moment. Igalo, another one. I said a really good quote last night that said, if we do end up getting in Luka Jovic or Cavani, at least we're getting someone who's actually a proven goal scorer and not just signing because he wore Andy Cole pajamas as a kid. I was like... Van de Beek, same again. He's a really intelligent little player. I think he looks a bit like Mata. Little deft, little touches. I mean, the back heel to set the goal up for Mata was such class. Definitely happy with that. Then you obviously get onto the likes of the subs. Rashford did really well. Pogba obviously got his goal from the free kick, deflected free kick, but a goal is a goal. And Lingard, he didn't really do much besides that one chance he had when I think he could have played Rashford in, but he chose to chop back onto his weaker foot and have a strike. I don't want to be too critical of him. Maybe he's just trying to grab a goal. Right, so that's that obviously out of the way. Now, let's discuss the transfer news. It's where it gets interesting. So obviously, there's been numerous reports talking about Ousmane Dembele. Sky Sports have reported that we've opened talks. Romano first said no, that's not the case. Now Romano's saying the opposite. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know what happened then. so sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so obviously Romano said that he's not that wasn't the case. Then the day after, he came out and said the opposite. He said that we are in talks with Ousmane Dembele, but basically he doesn't want to leave Barcelona. He's already rejected Liverpool, and I think Lyon are also involved. Strangely, I think I've seen. Which, him being a French lad, I mean, if that's the only option we've got on the right wing and we miss out to Lyon, it'd be pretty fucking embarrassing. But I think this whole window's been a little bit embarrassing, personally. I mean, that's the thing. I agree, George. If we could get him, and we could actually somehow get a crystal ball and see into the future, and know that he's not going to get injured again the next season, then you'd have to say, yeah, it's a good, shrewd bit of business. But we don't have a crystal ball, do we? And we can only Osama bin Laden. What? Yeah, we don't have a crystal ball, and we've got to take it as in the guy's injury record, and it hasn't been great since he left Dortmund. It's not been great. So for that, I wouldn't go for him, but beggars can't be choosers. I bet saving 108 million. Yeah, there is that. Chris has said, I bet Woodworm is the one who's pushing for Dembele. Oliver Sancho has his number one target, and Woodworm is messing up to save a few bob. it would be terrible business if we can't find the ball. Yeah, it's thingy. It's just crap, that one. Now, I seen something earlier on today, and I put it, we've obviously got a group chat that we're all talking, and it said, Dortmund are apparently willing to lower the asking price for Jadon Sancho because Jadon Sancho is pushing for the move. Apparently, they're willing to accept 95 million with 80 million up front and 15 million in add-ons. Not really a credible source. I think it was from the Sun. And I've got to admit, when I first seen it, it was almost like I call bullshit straight away. Nah, that's not. I don't find that credible. But we obviously have to report it. I mean, if that was the case, then happy days. But I don't see any truth in that. So, can we get in the group chat? Well, you'd have to obviously ask Marcus on that one. I mean, the people in the group chat is literally just people who come on the show. We've always said if we want to get more people involved in the show, because obviously a lot of people that originally started the show are obviously busy with prior commitments, work, people's families and whatnot. So obviously we're always looking for more people to get involved. This is why I think you should be doing the predictor league that we do every week and do the report card. Because what you get to do is you get to video call yourself in, almost like a fan cam. And we'll actually hear you and we'll actually see you speak. So if you're any good as well, chances are we'll reach out to you. So, you know what I mean? If we think you're good, then we'll probably reach out to you rather than the opposite way around. We're always looking for people. There's not enough hours in the day at the moment. And we've always got different ideas. We're always looking for different ideas. We're always looking for different shows. Like the idea of doing this literally came to me last night while we were watching Marcus play Resident Evil 7. No matter what happens, we've wasted. Yeah, definitely, George, 100%. Even if we sign Sancho now and signs Tellez, he's wasted time. These players should have been in already, and you can arguably say we've wasted 3 points, can't you, against Crystal Palace? Because I'm not saying if we'd had them in, we'd have won, but we'd have had a better opportunity, wouldn't we? We'd have definitely had more of a chance. So yeah, there's that. What's this? If we signed Dembele, we're panic buying, not on all the signing, against everything we want in the signing. Doesn't want to come in, injury prone, short term deal. I think this is a smart screen for Jin. Well, somebody said that last night. I've seen that being reported on Twitter. Apparently, Barcelona know that that's the only case. And I think there's a lot of dark arts that goes on in transfers, a lot of cloak and dagger, where stuff like this will go on. It'll be like, look, you scratch our back. If we scratch yours, can you leak out that we're interested in such a lot of dogs going past me. Oh, shit. Spurs match. We won't have any signings in either. Yeah, I mean, well, even if they do come in, do they not need to quarantine straight away? Is there not a quarantine rule in place? Whereas anybody that enters the country, chances are Barcelona are probably pushing for this too. They probably want the publicity, and if they do, and they probably want the wages off as well. I mean, I reported it was a smoke screen. Yeah, it was Balaguer. That's the thing with Balaguer, though. He's chats a lot of shit. 7th of the 7th from Mikhaili, mate. I just don't think anybody knows at the minute. You've got Sky Sports saying we've apparently bid for Jadon Sancho. We had 2 bids apparently. And then Romano saying the opposite, saying no, they haven't. Falk saying no, they haven't. But saying that, Falk said that we were going to get Thiago. So I don't know. I don't think anybody knows at the minute. I think United at the moment as transfer fucking approach is literally just got a lot of names on a whiteboard and they're just throwing darts at it going, we'll go for him. Links, monitoring FC, pushing Forex at FC. I can figure out we aren't in for a centre back. How are we happy with our current selection? Big risk to skip this. Yeah, I mean, I think if Tuanzebe can stay fit. I think he offers cover, and I think if Bailey can stay fit, he offers good cover. But it's same again. It's like Dembele, injury prone, injury ravaged seasons. Obviously, Tuanzebe's only had like one bad season of injuries. So when he played for Villa, I don't think he really missed out a lot. So I think Tinamenga coming through, apparently, I mean, Martin, who comes on our show, speaks really highly of him. I've got to admit, I haven't seen enough of him. I haven't seen a lot of the youth team lately since I moved up to Newcastle. In case you didn't notice, that's where I live now. So, I mean, I'm not saying I used to go and watch him anyway, but I used to obviously watch him on TV because I had Sky Plus, and now I can't afford it. Nah, it's not I can't afford it. My missus don't want to pay for it. But what can you say? If we signed him Malaysia, Sancho, what happens to the 90 million we would have Sancho dividends for Africa? Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Any money and it's like I was saying last night on the show, if we do get Tellez and we get him for cheap, so you've got to take into account of, say, for example, we spent 45 on Van der Beek, however you want to call him, and we spent 15 or 12 on Tellez, then you got to take into account Pereira's gone, and I think that's almost a done deal. He's going out on loan, but with an option to buy. I think it's an obligation to buy. I don't think it's an option. 27 million. So that's call that 30 million. So 60 million half straight away. So you got 30 million net. Then if you also apparently Roma are looking to actually buy thingy again now, Smalling. So that obviously takes that up as well. So I don't know. It's not a good one. Tell you what, it's getting a lot colder these days outside. Getting a bit more nippy. Although everything's started to change color now. So it's normally like my favourite part of the season, this, where it's starting to get a bit colder. The matches start coming thick and fast. Champions League's already normally started by now. But obviously, with COVID going on, there's not a lot that can be done. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Twitter. Like I said, if you want to get more involved in the show, you think you could contribute, or you just want to have a talk, don't be scared to send us a message. We don't bite. Oh, it's crashed. Oh, it's crashed. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened then. Yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to shoot us a message. If you do want to get involved, just give us a shout. Follow us on Twitter. Follow RealUnitedTalk. I'm probably not going to be doing a TikTok today because I've kind of addressed it all on here. But yeah, looking through transfer ins and probably joint lowest amount of any club. You boys behaving. I'm trying to. Obviously, you can't always please anybody. But that's everything today. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you probably sometime. Probably tomorrow. We'll probably be doing a video, me and Marcus or somebody else, previewing the weekend's game. Catch you in a bit, guys. Have a good one. Bye. Why is it not ending?